And now to the latest in the United States and the race for the White House. Both President Joe Biden and Donald Trump are in a money race to raise copious amounts of cash for their November rematch. It's expected to be the most expensive electoral cycle in U.S. history. Now, days after President Biden's star-studded fundraiser in New York City with former presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, Donald Trump held one in Florida with big businessmen and hedge fund managers. The former president's team says it raised over $50 million at the event. Now, if true, it would be the most money raised from a single political fundraiser in the history of the United States, eclipsing Joe Biden's money haul just last week. And Donald Trump certainly needs the money to replenish his diminishing coffers, especially amid his legal battles. But will more campaign money translate into electoral success? Our next report seeks to answer that question.
With the political race picking up pace, both President Joe Biden and his rival Donald Trump's campaigns are raising gobs of cash.
Because Joe Biden is a threat to democracy. He's the threat to democracy.
Keep stand strong.
This year, raising big money could be as important as ever. The November 5th presidential election is expected to be the most expensive electoral cycle in U.S. history. So it's a high-stakes battle for big money between Biden and Trump. They have been pushing to outraise each other for months, boasting about each new significant cash infusion. Trump was seen doing the same thing over the weekend. The Republican former president's campaign says it took more than $50 million at a single fundraising event in Florida.
And people are just wanting change. The rich people want it, poor people want it, everybody wants change. Our country is really doing poorly. We're a laughing stock all over the world. We're going to get that change very quickly. And this has been some incredible evening before it even starts, because people, they wanted to contribute to a cause of making America great again, and that's what's happened. We're going to make America great again. Everyone knows it. The election's going to be in now a little more than 6 months, and it's going to be the most important, I believe, election we've ever had. I think it's going to go down as the most important date in the history of our country. That's November 5th, will be the most important date in the history of our country. And thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here.
Trump's Saturday show of campaign cash came after Biden raised the stakes last month, when he headlined a huge event in New York with former presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton. The fundraiser reportedly added at least $26 million to the Biden campaign's stash. But 77-year-old Trump's campaign said he doubled that figure at a fundraiser on Saturday, which was held at the Palm Beach home of billionaire hedge fund manager John Paulson, not too far from Trump's own Mar-a-Lago resort. Calling Biden's New York event with former presidents a desperate attempt, Team Trump said it raised over $50.5 million in Florida. It said that the sold-out event raised the most in a single political fundraiser in history. The Palm Beach guest list also included businessman Robert Bigelow, who made a fortune in the hotel industry before launching an aerospace research company, and John Katzimatidis, owner of a major grocery store chain. Both these businessmen are major Republican donors. Trump's former Republican rivals, Senator Tom Scott, tech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, and North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum were also on the list. According to reports, a seat at Trump's table cost over $800,000.
Folks, you know, Trump is down in Florida today, raising money from a bunch of hedge fund billionaires.
President Joe Biden was quick to criticize Trump's fundraiser. In a post on X, Biden said that Trump is raising money from a bunch of hedge fund billionaires, while the Democratic campaign raised millions of dollars from grassroots.
$5 million.
Biden's campaign and the Democratic National Committee said they raised over $90 million in March and ended the year's first quarter with $192 million plus in cash on hand. This has further stretched Biden's money advantage over his rival. President Biden's war chest is much bigger than Trump's. His campaign says it has $100 million more than Trump's campaign.
Thank you.
So what exactly do these candidates use such astronomical sums for? The money raised is used to finance the candidates' travel, pay their aides, commission opinion polls, and the costliest of all, buy television ads. President Biden would also need oodles of cash to blanket the battleground states, where a few thousand votes could mean the difference between victory or defeat. Last month, Trump's campaign said it would be unable to match Biden's fundraising totals this year. However, more money is not always an indication of success. In 2016, Trump beat Hillary Clinton after she raised around $770 million, which was far more than the $433 million that he raised. But this year, there's also a major additional cost for Donald Trump, his ballooning legal fees. It stems from 4 separate criminal indictments and multiple civil court cases against him. Records show his political operation has shelled out at least $80 million to cover court costs over the past 2 years. The race to the White House is heating up. In this rematch, while Joe Biden is showing himself off as a fundraising juggernaut, Donald Trump is pushing hard to replenish his diminished coffers.